So for this video, I think I'm just going through some articles. Try to keep it lighthearted or good news. I know if I'm trying to relax, I'm not trying to read things that'll get my blood boiling. Maybe I'm the iffy one, so just read the headline. Kind of like this: Bernie unloads after Manchin sinks Dems' latest spending bill, intentionally sabotaging the president's agenda. That's about his little new green deal or whatever. Nancy Pelosi's husband makes huge stock move ahead of key vote on ship subsidies. Yep, corrupt as they come. Flight attendant wins millions after Southwest fires her for being pro-life. That seems like a happy ending. Victory for freedom of speech. The flight attendant was awarded $5.1 million by a jury on Thursday, fighting the Southwest Airlines and 20-year veteran Charlene Carter for her sincerely held religious beliefs, namely pro-life views. Carter expressed her pro-life stance online and pushed back against the Transportation Workers Union of America, Local 556 Union, after the group, including President Audrey Stone, attended the Women's March in Washington, D.C. in 2017. The event receives funding from Planned Parenthood, the largest abortion mill in the country. Today is a victory for freedom of speech and religious beliefs. Flight attendants should have a voice, and nobody should be able to retaliate against a flight attendant for engaging in protected speech against her union, Carter told Fox Business on Friday. I am so humbled and thankful for today's decision and for everyone who supported me these past 5 years, including National Right to Work Foundation. They slammed the union. No American worker should have to fear termination, intimidation, or any other reprisal merely for speaking out against having their own money spent, reportedly in their name, to promote an agenda they find inherent. Said Mix, who reportedly served no legal representation to Carter. Cool. These are coming from Daily Wire. I recommend getting a subscription. Also holding my mic right now so it can be a little more comfortable. I don't know if when I move it around a little bit it picks up, but it shouldn't be too loud. Joe Biden reveals frustrations to donors. So many things thrown his way. Tuba man killer flees Seattle hospital found naked in dumpster. That sounds interesting. July 16th, 2022. A Seattle convict who was a prolific cheat was arrested in a dumpster Thursday afternoon after fleeing a hospital. Nothing but his birthday suit. He was naked while attempting to evade police. Woodley Chambers, 29, was injured following a shootout and multiple vehicle crash in Seattle on Thursday afternoon. In Seattle. Chambers was taken to the hospital where he provided police with a fake name and asked for a lawyer. King County prosecutor's office told the media. He then ran. Authorities discovered that Chambers had a felony warrant out for his arrest for escaping community custody. Prosecutors also alleged that Chambers had a firearm on his body, which he is unable to have because of previous felony convictions. He was also naked. So he have it on. I don't want to. Most notably, as a teen in 2008, Chambers was convicted of manslaughter and a group killing of Ed Tuberman McMichael. The Tuberman was a popular Seattle fixture who often played the brass instrument throughout the city, various sporting events, festivals, and cultural activities. Fox 13 reported that Chambers has been arrested at least 8 times since the murder of McMichael. He has had at least 5 felonies during that stretch as well. Why? He murdered a guy 2008. He didn't even serve 10 years. He's managed to have 8 arrests. Maybe not convictions, but arrests. But he also has 5 felonies during that stretch. How? Well, I actually already know the answer of how. It's Seattle, so. Yeah, I'm just going through his previous. New York Times sympathetic profile of mysterious January 6th figure mayhaps only raises more questions. Let's give that a read. July 16th. U.S. District Court in Tennessee, Tennessee, has temporarily barred the Biden administration from enforcing a policy that would have required states to allow athletes who identify as transgender to play on the sports team of the gender they identify with. On Friday, U.S. District Judge Charles Ashley Jr. went in favor of 20 state attorneys general who sued the Biden administration. August 2021, the Associated Press reported the attorneys general. It's so weird. Attorneys general argue that 2 federal agencies, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and the U.S. Department of Education, were overstepping their mandate from Congress by crafting new guidance that would have trampled upon existing and future state gender laws. In addition to affecting transgender athletes, the Biden administration policy would have allowed individuals who identify as transgender to enter locker rooms and use bathrooms of the opposite biological sex. Yeah, because I know if I'm a woman, Arena. With dudes dingling in the game. So, good news. Well, for now, it's only barred temporarily. And this woman keeps breaking into Ritzy Hampton's homes, getting arrested. Okay. Doesn't really affect many of us. Elon Musk's top advisors include a Russian gambler and a clean-cut Mormon Eagle Scout. That is a headline. Don't know how much I care. Gosh, she looks so weird on that. I wasn't focusing on it. Two very different men are advising Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, according to a Saturday report from the Wall Street Journal, producing clashes with his inner circle. On one hand, 48-year-old wealth manager, yada yada yada. Let's go. Kurganov, Russian-born former professional gambler, who dropped out of college because he smoked too much weed. Yeah. Okay. Interesting, but not interesting enough. Oh, yeah, I saw this. I don't follow NASCAR. Sorry, NASCAR fans. I make plenty of left turns on the streets. I don't need to watch other people doing it. He was shot and killed by the police. It was in a SWAT raid. Bobby East was killed on Wednesday while getting gasoline for him outside of Los Angeles. He was allegedly stabbed by a homeless man named Trent Wilson. Police killed Millsap in a shooting while attempting to apprehend him. This County SWAT team responded to serve a search and arrest warrant for the suspect. During the search warrant, an officer involved in shooting took place. So a little bit of my background is police. I guess this kind of just popped in my head. Maybe answer a question if you have one. Search arrest. Now why would they put two? Why not just search warrant or arrest warrant? You need both, because the arrest warrant is just so they can arrest whatever his name is. The search warrant is so they can search his place. So maybe we're wondering why that was. That's why they serve both. You gotta get two different things. An arrest warrant, if they arrested him, they only can search his immediate person or around him where he had access. East was found on the ground suffering from a serious stab wound in the chest area. Officers attempted life-saving measures until OCFA paramedics arrived and transported the victim to a local trauma center where the victim succumbed to his injury. Yep, homeless people. Don't do anything about your crime. Defund the police. That's what you're gonna get. People still don't understand. Baseball star turns down biggest contract in MLB history. 16th. 23-year-old star outfielder Juan Soto has reportedly refused the largest contract in MLB history. Despite the great lengths the Washington Nationals went to keep him, Soto declined his team's $15,440 million contract offer. Oof. What could I do with that kind of money? Buy so many guns. A place to myself. Oh, so a man can dream. Multiple sources reported that the deal would have made him the highest paid player in terms of total compensation in the league's history. The Nationals outfielder was reportedly unhappy that the news about his decision broke and appeared somber before reporters prior to his game against the Atlanta Braves Saturday. Juan Soto just talked with a few reporters here in DC, said he's not happy this came out because, as he put it, he's someone who likes to keep things private. Not a lot of that these days. Also said it's uncomfortable going into the All-Star break, but he'll deal with it. As somber as I've seen him. The young star's rejection means the Nationals will reportedly consider trade offers for Soto as the team continues to struggle with the league's worst record. Currently sitting at 30-62. I don't follow any sports. I played baseball through sophomore year of college, but I could care less. I'll go to a game and have fun. But watch it on TV. Any sport, I don't care whether it's football. Boring. Don't care. Doesn't affect me. The trade rumors are surprising, considering that Nats general manager Mike Rizzo told a Washington sports radio station in June that the team made it clear to his agent and to the player that Soto would not be traded. After coming into the league at just 19 years old in 2018, Soto quickly proved his worth. Dominican-born young star was instrumental in the Nationals' first World Series championship in 2019, holding a .282 batting average during the season and racked up 110 RBIs and 34 runs. That's not bad. So, Soto continued his dominance in a COVID-shortened 2020 campaign with a .351 batting average, becoming the youngest player to win the National League batting championship. Is he really not losing that team? The next season, he finished in second place for the National League MVP behind Phillies right fielder Bryce Harper. Fallen from Officers are already having conversations. What is it going to take to acquire Juan Soto? Wakeman turned down a 15-year, $140 million contract offer to the Nationals. The answer is the biggest trade package ever. Herschel Walker. Does he does not look. Are you serious? Looks 40. I'm just jealous. Historic. Republicans gain voter registration advantage in another state for the first time. 16th. What day is it today? As I'm recording, new figures in Kentucky show that for the first time in history, Republicans outnumbered Democrats in registered voters. Although the Commonwealth has long largely voted for Republicans in national and local elections in recent years, Democrats still officially had an edge in registered voters going back over 100 years. Friday, new data shows that Republicans have 1.5 million registered voters, while Democrats have a little less registered voters. After a century and a half, the birthplace of Lincoln is finally aligned with the party of Lincoln. Lincoln was a Republican. Today is a grand day for all of us in the grand old party who have worked so hard for so long to advance our goals of limited government, personal responsibility. Mitch McConnell. He needs to go. Mitch McConnell needs to go. Old and often a rhino. Not always, sometimes I like him. Needs to go. Biden reveals the next phase of American involvement in the Middle East. That's probably going to get my blood. Congresswoman warns against America's enemies taking over agriculture. Yes, they are. Trans inmate moved from women's prison after getting 2 prisoners pregnant. Something isn't right there. Oh. A few more. Democrats and Republicans join forces. I haven't read the last sentence, but that is never a good thing. To investigate Philadelphia's woke district attorney. Okay, let's see. Let's see what that's about. Republicans and Democrats in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives announced a new committee this week devoted to examining rising crime rates in Philadelphia, hinting toward a recommended impeachment of District Attorney Larry Krasner. The Select Committee on Restoring Law and Order, led by 3 Republicans as well as 2 Democrats representing Philadelphia, was created through the adoption of House Resolution 216. The legislation calls for lawmakers to investigate violent crime rates and the use of funds to prosecute offenders, and to make determinations on Krasner's performance and suggest removal from office or other appropriate discipline, including impeachment. Okay, should do that. Trump's three children post heartfelt tributes after her death. Oh yeah. We will miss you incredibly, Donald Trump Jr. wrote in a post on Instagram. Thanks for always pushing us hard, not letting us get away with anything, and instilling so many incredible values and personality traits. From your sense of adventure, I am who I am today because of you. I love you very much. Rest in peace. Heartbroken. I'll just read it. Heartbroken by the passing of my mother. Mom was brilliant, charming, passionate, and wickedly funny. She lived life to the fullest, never forgetting an opportunity to laugh and dance. I will miss her forever. Keep her memory alive in our hearts always. Ivanka Trump. Eric Trump, the youngest. My mother was an incredible woman, a force in business, a world-class athlete, radiant beauty, caring mother and friend. Uh, Ivana, Ivana Trump was a survivor. She fled from communism and embraced this country. Continued. She taught her children about grit and toughness, compassion, and determination. Will be dearly missed by her mother, her three children, 10 grandchildren. Law enforcement officials had received a call to do a wellness check on Donna 73 Thursday because someone close to her had called and said that they had not seen her recently. She reportedly was found near the bottom of the staircase. First responders arrived. Trump announced his ex-wife's death on Thursday afternoon in a post on social media, writing, "I'm very sad to inform all of those that love her, of which there are many, that Ivana Trump has passed away at her home in New York City." The Prince Senator throws another wrench into Biden's agenda. Biden is not pleased. It's always good to hear him not being pleased with this. It's best for America. Elon Musk's father has second child with his stepson. Okay. Elon Musk's 76-year-old father, Earl, told the newspaper this week that he fathered his second child with his stepdaughter. 35-year-old. Nice. I mean, that's not incest, but told the son that to welcome the child, which was an unplanned pregnancy, to the world 3 years ago. She reportedly had another child, English, 5, short, 14 birth. Okay. Right. Archaeologists uncovered oldest known mosaics of ancient biblical heroes. We'll end on this one. archaeologist from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, working in Israel unearthed depictions of Deborah, jail, and other heroes from the biblical books of Judges. A team led by Professor Julie Magnus uncovered the three-panel mosaic, which is at least 1,600 years old. It's pretty old. Should ask Biden if he knows anything about it. On the floor of an ancient Jewish synagogue in a village north of Tiberias. According to the press release, the mosaic is divided into 3 horizontal strips that depict scenes from the Book of Judges, a historical account of the Israelites between the conquest of the Promised Land and the anointing of the first king. One panel depicts prophets Deborah looking at military commander Barak, who would lead the Israelite troops to victory over Canaanite general Sisera. I don't know. Another panel shows Sisera seated, while a third shows deceased Sisera bleeding from the head. According to the biblical account, Sisera fled after the battle and took refuge in the tent of Jael, who deluded the official into a false sense of security. He drove a tent peg through his temple while he slept. We can see how the story might have a special resonance for the Jewish community at Kurkuk, as it is described as taking place in the same geographical region, the territory of the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun. Period of the Judges marked a chaotic time in the history of Israel, during which the people of God oscillated between faithful worship and idolatry. As the last verse of the book of Judges summarizes, in those days there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. The book has been applied in the present day to comment on the dangers of postmodernism and the crisis of masculinity. It's going away, not that it's toxic masculinity. Cool. That's cool stuff. Alright. I hope that was able to relax a little bit or just catch up on some news maybe you didn't hear about without getting riled up. Hope you enjoyed and have a good one.